Hi, 143 fam. I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. Thank you all so much for your patience in June. I was traveling, came home with a really bad flu, so I was unable to get your mid-month love readings done. But we're going to take a look extensively at love, your general overview, in these readings here today. I also have a few different giveaways for the month of July. First of all, I'm going to be giving away one free reading to one of my YouTube subscribers here. I will announce winners July 31st. If you'd like to be considered, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Leave me a comment below your video. Let me know how you've connected. Also for Instagram, I'm going to be utilizing that platform to give away a few different readings throughout the month as well. They may be spontaneous. You'll have to show up and see what it is that I'm going to do that I have planned for you guys. But again, follow me there, Urban Soul Guru. Winners will be announced there each month for readings so that you guys don't miss it. I have inspirational messages and quotes. I channel these messages for you guys at least a few times a week. Okay, so you're getting some additional content there. Again, thank you guys so much for your support here on my channel. I'm always so grateful to connect with you. I am available in July for private readings, for energy healing. You know how to reach me. Now let's jump in to your July 1st general overview and love readings. Let's see what's in store. Hi Scorpio. This reading is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising for July 2019. We're going to take a look at your general overview first. Then we'll take a look at love. I will have timestamps down below. Scorpio, July 2019, general overview. Scorpio, we already have cards trying to pop here. July, general overview for Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, I'm feeling you guys back in alignment with what it is that you love. That is a beautiful energy. You've come home. That's what it feels like. And to come home, you may have had to have cut ties with some people, some relationships. I feel like some of you moved. You physically left a home to find yourself and to find your most authentic self somewhere else. But it feels like you've made a lot of progress. And it does feel like you're back in alignment with your true self, your core, but ultimately what it is that you love to do in this lifetime. And there's life purpose there. You're aligning with life purpose. You're aligning with higher level love. But let's get a little bit more clarity on this alignment of love. Wow. Well, for some of you, it's romantic love and there's major commitment. You've aligned with a new partner. You've really met your match, somebody who's a really beautiful soulmate for you. And there's a whole lot of abundance here. There's an abundance of love. This will spill over into career. But also trust, for those of you, you've come into alignment doing what you love, okay? You stepped out of jobs and careers, and you may have had quite a lot of time that you had put in, many years, maybe even decades for some of you, Scorpio, at a certain company or in a certain field, and you recognize that it wasn't your sole purpose, and so you've moved on. Honor the experience, but you move on, okay? You are being rewarded now with major commitments. I see a new contract at a new company. I see a new breakthrough. For those of you who are entrepreneurs, I see a new partner. I see a new partner in your life, whether that's business or love, but it definitely feels like somebody new has showed up that is truly fated for you or is about to. I'm being shown a connection between Scorpio and Cancer season. You're really, really vibing well with the Cancer energy, another water sign. So this could actually be a Cancer showing up to help you that's fated. But I feel like for most of you, it's during Cancer season. There's so much to accomplish, but you've met the person who can help you get there. This is very blessed, and you feel very much in alignment with you doing what it is that you love. Okay, but it's different. It's a different experience. Sitting at the center of your reading is, listen, there are still some pieces of the puzzle you don't have. Spirit is talking to you now. Spirit is talking to you about this trustworthy guidance, this project, this new path. It feels like a new project. It feels like a creative project. For some of you, I really think many of you are entrepreneurs, because this does feel like something you would launch on your own as opposed to working for a different company. So universe is still trying to connect some of those dots. For some of you, you may have just moved. You may have taken a leap of faith and you moved to a new city without a secure job there. Universe is connecting those dots, but you have to listen. I really feel like, Scorpio, it's important throughout the month of July to connect to your element, okay? you need to be around a physical body of water. For some of you, you moved to the ocean, or there's a lake, or there's water. There is a body of water close to you. You're going to want to go there. You're going to want to meditate. I see you meditating by water. It's really important. If you just can't get to water, if that is absolutely not possible for you, sea salt baths, be meditating in your sea salt baths, have some ocean sounds, be meditating that you're by the water. But I'm seeing meditation by the water. One is going to keep you in divine flow here, because this feels like divine flow. It's divine flow of an abundance of love, and that is a beautiful energy that you have stepped into, but you want to maintain that. For those of you who took a leap of faith, whether this is a new romantic partner, whether this is a new location that you live, a new business, universe is still trying to sort out the details and give you a little bit more information, but trust me, you are headed in the right direction. You've made the right decision. If you're thinking of moving, if you spontaneously over the course of July, you're like, I have to get out of here, I can't do this anymore. Yes, trust that, okay? There's forward motion, there's momentum here. Well, for some of you, you got married and family is on your mind. I'm definitely picking up family, expanding family, major commitments, but I'm getting a major family unit with this. This is a big message. This applies to more than just one or two of you. For some of you, you'll be meeting a partner and they complete the family unit. So either one of you may have already had children prior, but you come together and you create a really beautiful family unit, or you're meeting somebody that you may consider this with. But I also feel like, okay, these contracts, these new commitments, this wedding card doesn't necessarily pertain, or doesn't always exclusively pertain to love. This has to do with contracts. This has to do with business. This is commitment in general, okay? Some of you are aligning with commitments, new job offers, a new business offer, a new loan. It directly impacts the health of your family very, very positively. But again, there's just a piece of something you don't have. There's information universe is trying to get you to listen to, okay? There are signs. I'm definitely feeling like universe is showing you signs. But there are messages you need to hear in meditation, okay? Center of your reading, we have this message of listen, of meditation, but really with this card, I'm getting meditate by a body of water, okay? For those of you who can make that happen, make it happen. You will have so many downloads and you will channel so much. It really will be game changing. But clarifying listen, center of the reading, see only love. You want to make sure that what you're manifesting, your thoughts out there, your conscious thoughts, your subconscious thoughts, how you're communicating, not just with other people, not just how you're communicating with yourself, but also how you're communicating with the universe. Make sure those thoughts and those messages are surrounded in love, even difficult situations, okay? Even people and situations you had to step away from. Can you see the positive in it? Can you see the positive in them? That will propel you forward with higher level manifestations. You'll bring blessings in a lot quicker right now, but it does seem like there's a little bit of a disconnect. Make sure you quiet your mind. You may not realize some of the thoughts that you've been putting out there have been stressful. They're not necessarily negative, but they're not necessarily loving and kind and gentle either. I also feel like for some of you, you're being a little too hard on yourself. It takes a lot of courage to start over. It takes a lot of courage to end something and move on with your life. Scorpio, you're doing a great job here. I feel your energy. I can feel how hard you've been working. I can feel how much inner child work you've been doing. Okay, so if you're not having loving thoughts with yourself, you got to stop that quickly and get back to loving you and loving that inner child, because you deserve it and you need that, okay? Okay. So we have this trustworthy guidance here, clarified by energy work. Some of you may need a little bit of energy work done to launch this project, okay? You will have a better outcome and you'll get here a little quicker if you have a little energy work protecting you and guiding you and calling in blessings. A lot of times with energy work, there's cleansing and then there's calling in of energy. And I know as a Scorpio, you know how energy works. This of course pertains to cleanse, okay? Because I am getting go spend time by a body of water. So water's truly significant, even more so than usual for you, Scorpio. But that's not the dominant message. The dominant message about this is about attracting in now. So this also pertains to law of attraction. Use energy work to help call in blessings as well. It does feel like you need a little bit of cleansing, but it feels like more so You just need a little energy work to enhance this coming through to completion successfully. If you feel that, and if universe is giving you that message and showing you signs, just honor that and get some work done early in the month, okay? Beautiful energy here. I'm really getting, definitely getting some creative energy here for you too. Crowning your reading, we have fresh air. So make sure you're outside. The one thing that I for sure feel for you, Scorpio, is a little bit of a disconnect to Mother Earth. You may have just been working really hard, okay? And that's beautiful. Just make sure you take some time for yourself, fresh air. But what I'm getting here with this card now is creative. Wow. Okay, for some of you, my creative Scorpios, you may be signing a new deal that pertains to a creative project. Make sure you have lawyers look at it. Make sure you feel out all of your options, but it does feel like you're going to close on a deal. And it feels very, very, very positive for you as long as you're listening to universe. And again, yeah, okay, I'm definitely getting creativity with these two cards. Some of you are musicians, some of you are writers. You are creating something. It does feel like you're going to want to get some energy work done to protect yourself in the mix of this as you're signing deals, to make sure that you are truly signing with the right people, but also to bring this full circle. Okay? But you know, if that message is for you, Scorpio, you will already hear that message and feel that for yourself. And I trust you completely with that. But it is coming up as a pretty dominant message here. Bottom of the deck, focus on service. Have confidence. Have confidence in the changes. I think you do. You've been willing to take a leap of faith. You will be this month if you haven't already. Universe has got your back. Focus on service, too, is going to pertain to those of you who do help other people. For some of you, you are energy workers, Scorpio, and you know this. And some of your creative projects will benefit by you combining all of your talents, by you doing some energy work for yourself, okay? But it does feel like you may be helping other people through a new project, but first it feels like you may need some assistance, and you may be able to do this for yourself, but it does feel like you need to focus on helping yourself, not just focusing on other people, and then get back to this, then get back to this energy, okay? But it's like a two-step process here. Do a little cleansing and meditating and some energy work around yourself and your life and your projects and whatever it is you're trying to manifest at this time, and then get back to helping other people. Don't skip over your needs. You can't afford to do that this month because you just have so much beautiful, abundant, blessed energy coming in. But honestly, Scorpio, I'm going to go back to abundance of love and you aligning with love. That just comes through really strong. So, hey, Scorpio, I'm sorry that cut out of me for a second. So let's jump into love. Let's take a look at love, okay? Scorpio and love. July 2019. Ooh, okay. This is sort of like a preliminary pop here. I'm going to put these back in the shuffle. So we have release your ex and getting to know one another. There is this message that comes through so strongly for you, Scorpio, and this has been coming through for Scorpios. You got out of a relationship and you very quickly met somebody new, and the ex is having a really hard time, okay? Scorpio, it's time to let that guilt go. It was really important for you. It was an important part of your soul experience to extend a lot of compassion because it feels like you had a really good ex. For many of you, you weren't walking away from a toxic partner. They're a beautiful soul, as are you, but it didn't work out, okay? Or you guys, you went your separate ways. It served its purpose. It was meant to be for a period of time, but then you kind of outgrew the relationship, okay? It feels like you outgrew the relationship, Scorpio, and it really caught your partner by surprise. So as you were healing and kind of already removed from the situation, now you bring this relationship to an end. You were already ready to meet somebody new, and your partner was kind of left wondering, like, what does that mean about us? Did you really love me? And those kinds of conversations have been coming up for Scorpios. Somebody wondering what your real feelings were. And the thing is, it feels like you had authentic feelings. It feels like there was a lot of love intact, but you outgrew it somehow, okay? And you moved on quickly and your partner had a hard time. It's great that you extended that compassion and that love, but it is time to close the door on even that now. It's time to move on. It's time to explore this new love, okay? If you continue to have those conversations and feel that guilt or whatever it is. Even if you don't feel guilty, you know you made the right decision, but you're still answering those phone calls and those texts. Understand that that's going to cost you a new love right now. Don't do that to yourself. You earned this, okay? Ooh. And do it very soon. Okay, cut those cords soon. Scorpio, if you feel like you've gotten out of relationships and somebody hasn't come in very quickly, it feels like they will abruptly show up. It just feels like this very quick forward motion when you least expected it, but you actually are ready for it. It feels really blessed. Okay, so very soon. Followed by retreat. It feels like you'll meet somebody as you're traveling. I'm also feeling like you may need a little bit of alone time, but it feels like a retreat from the ex. It's like, for some of you, yeah, I'm talking about go meditate by a body of water for sure. A retreat, meditation, deeply positively impacts your love life. I expect you to meet somebody very quickly on the heels of that if that's something that you invest time into. But this also feels like a retreat from an ex. Retreat from those conversations. You can't do it anymore. It's draining, okay? Yeah, and this is why, because you have new love that has either already arrived, is trying to show up, and it's quick, it's fast moving. You want to give your energy and your time to this person. It really feels like that's what you want. It feels like that's what they deserve. And this feels like a beautiful, fresh start for you, Scorpio. It feels like this is why you're so excited. But you have a little bit of karma to resolve, and it's not even your karma anymore. It's not even really your issue. Okay, we have very soon being clarified by healing family issues. You want to say goodbye peacefully. You want to step away with kindness. If a partner has communicated to you that they're really hurting because you moved on quickly and they didn't see this coming, yes, you can communicate and have those conversations, but only for a period of time. If you continue to answer the calls or to have those conversations, you don't allow that person to move on either, okay? And they may not want to move on, but it is time. It's time for you both to go your separate ways. This obviously applies to Scorpios that have gone through separations. And there are some other messages that are also coming through for those of you in committed relationships. But let me get this out. Scorpio, it's time for it to be resolved. It's time for you to go and retreat and heal. It's also time for your ex to go and retreat and heal because they also have a new love. It feels like you both were vibing really high, but that you can both call in new love very quickly. That's more suitable. It doesn't feel like this is just you that benefits from the separation. It feels like an ex does too, but it honestly feels like, one, it feels like you're going to get there a little quicker. It feels like you're a little bit more ready for this, but it feels like you are genuinely happy. When you find out that an ex has moved on, that you guys have truly healed, you've truly moved on from that chapter, there's relief there. There's relief. I also feel like you may feel a little bit of a void, like very temporarily, only because you are so used to that person maybe wanting to come back or talking to you. They might not need to do that anymore. They may have come full circle or will come full circle in the month of July as well, but you feel happy for them. You feel ready for that. It feels like something you want. It doesn't feel like that's something that would cause you any grief. Scorpio, let me grab this card for you. So this just flew across the room. It doesn't feel like this ending is causing you grief. It feels like it could still be potentially causing an ex grief, but Scorpio, remember these go both ways, okay? So take that time out to heal if you need it as well. But while you're retreating, clarifying retreat at the center of the reading is attraction. This is where I'm feeling new love for you. It's you retreat. This person comes in very soon because this new energy, this cleansed energy, this healed energy, but also the momentum of travel, the momentum with all of this change that you're facilitating in your life, it makes you very attractive to new partners. But again, you're manifesting this new love very quickly, whether you realize it or not. It's because you're ready. You're vibing really high. And there's a new experience here. Now, for those of you in committed relationships, you may connect with the message, even if this is past tense for you, it could be years past, but you may connect with the message of cutting ties with an ex who may have been a really wonderful human being, but you weren't in love anymore, or there was love, but but you knew it was time to go. And then you met your current partner really quickly, and you guys have had a really blessed relationship since, okay? That may still apply to you even if it's past tense. But for those of you in committed relationships, it feels like you've been dealing with some karmic issues, and it does feel like some connections to past exes, some karmic family issues. I'm feeling a little bit of a conflict with a family member. So it may not even be you and your partner having the conflict, but it's impacting the both of you regardless because there's conflict and it's negative energy. It does feel like it gets resolved really soon. But if that applies to you, if there's any sort of conflict between the two of you right now, you need to go away somewhere together. I really was channeling a body of water prior, so if you guys can get to the water, but it could be a lake. It also feels peaceful. It doesn't feel like you know, you go away to Miami Beach and you party all weekend. It doesn't feel like that. This really feels more of a spiritual peace, peaceful, calming retreat where there's meditation. If you can do that, the attraction you both feel for each other, it is so heightened. Expect your physical chemistry to just like be off the radar if you travel together at this time. That alone will heal things. It just feels like there's been a little bit of a disconnect because of conflict, even if it wasn't directly between the two of you. It could be a conflict with work, but honestly, this karmic issue, this conflict feels like family. It could be their ex and they're dealing with exes over children, okay? Or you may be dealing with that, but you guys need some time away from it. You need time away from that conflict energy, so make sure you prioritize that. If you're traveling and you're single, you will attract new partners either there or once you return with this new energy. If you travel together, it like reignites your attraction for one another. You may not realize there's been a little bit of a disconnect, but you guys will get that back. You'll get that back whether you know you needed to get it back or not. There's a lot of chemistry here, but it's deep, okay? This isn't just like superficial, kind of sexy, and you go home and you're disconnected and there's conflict again. It's not that. There's real depth here. And you know there's a lot of healing in those moments for you, Scorpio, and your partners, in those intimate moments. That's what you get if you travel, okay? So make sure you are finding some time away to retreat. If you can't physically travel to a new location, find a way to retreat where you're at, in your town, in the city over or something. Get a little hotel room in the city you live in. Invest a little money if you have it to spend. Try to do this for you and your partner because it does feel like something needs to be resolved, but it feels like a very quick resolve. If you are in a committed relationship and there's an issue, there feels like a really, really fast and a really quick resolve here, but it requires you guys to step away from the problem into a space that is not your home and connect and communicate and share in that, not just that physical intimacy, but that emotional intimacy. You guys reconnect and you come back to real life more connected than ever. New love. For those of you who are in committed relationships, it's a new chapter. There may be some controlling people around you. There may be even some controlling aspects, either in you, Scorpio, or your partner. They don't feel malicious. If that's you, recognize it and let it go. Don't try to control outcomes. Don't try to force anybody to change anything, okay? This could be your partner too, but honestly, this feels like an external conflict. It feels like a controlling ex, somebody being really difficult about the children that are in the mix, but it's an ex. It could be a family member. It feels like a difficult in-law or something like that, a controlling boss. And so your partner or you're working all the time and it's limiting the time you have together. Try to rein that in. Healthy boundaries. You have to step away from this, but you get a fresh new start. If you are single, you're getting new love after the ending of something controlling. You may have a partner who's a really beautiful soul, but they may be trying to force a reconciliation, maybe force some guilt on you. Scorpio, you gotta X this energy out, cut those energy cords, do it with so much love and peace, because for you guys that are single, it's all about the new love right now. It feels like new love has come in really quickly. It just does. If you haven't had that experience yet, expect that in July. Okay, crowning your reading. Let your friends help you. Go out and be social. If you're in committed relationships, it's okay to go out with your friends separately, but it also feels like you might be best friends. So go out and be social. Spend time together, just the two of you. Ask for help if there's a conflict. Some of your friends may have a really beautiful resolution that could really help you guys because they may have been down that road already in their past. And it's just advice that you're going to want to hear, okay? But go out, be social, be with friends. If you're single, be out and about. Be socializing. But, like, I'm hearing the word best friends. So I think how I'm interpreting this energy as it's showing up and how I'm feeling it, it's not just about being out and being social with acquaintances. You want to be around people that you love. It's all about aligning with what you love and spending time with people that you love. So it's your best friends. It's your core group. It's people that you can be your whole self around. That's who's going to help you call in new love. Those are the people whose advice you can trust that will be beneficial for current relationships. Bottom of the deck, we have stay optimistic. Following that is separation. Stay optimistic if you're going through a separation. Conflicts will resolve at this time. Also send love and light to people you're separating from because it does feel like they are still struggling a little bit, but it is time for you to stop answering those phone calls and having those conversations, okay? It just feels like that got extended a little bit too long and now you need to move on. Stay optimistic about new love. Stay optimistic about your current partner and any conflicts that have shown up because they will resolve. I'm telling you, something comes in really quickly. It's either a new love that comes in very fast for you or it's a resolution that comes in very quick, but you get it this month, okay? So stay positive. Surround everybody, exes, current partners, new love, even if you haven't met them quite yet. Surround them in love and so much gratitude. And ultimately, surrender to universe. You don't want to be controlling manifestation too much because then you'll block the blessing. So put out what you want into the universe. Ask for resolution. Ask for that new love. Have that out there, but then surrender to universe so that universe can bring it all the way in for you in the month of July, or at least get that ball rolling in a very positive direction. Scorpio, I'm always so grateful to connect with you here. I'll be back mid-month for your love reading at that time, and we'll take a look in a couple of weeks as to how this is all developing. But if you feel like you need clarity sooner, reach out to me. I'm available for private readings. I'm available for energy healing. You know how to reach me. I'm sending you so much love, light, gratitude, Scorpio. I'll see you back here soon. Ciao.